Registered dietitian Shannon Crocker joins us this morning with a super idea to share while supporting Canadian farmers. Hi Shannon, how are you?
Good morning, Kelly. I'm great, thanks. How are you doing this morning?
Good, thank you. You look like you have a beautiful spread there in front of you. What do you have?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, today is Canada's Agriculture Day, and so what better day to celebrate Canadian food? Because as Canadians, we can be proud of our food system that provides us and really the world with safe, high quality, delicious foods. And so, what better way to celebrate than with a porch drop? So, this basket here I've got is filled with Canadian foods made with Canadian ingredients, a soup, a flatbread, because what says, love and connection and a warm hug better than a meal that someone else has made for you and dropped off? So let's take a peek at what's inside. First up, we have a Mediterranean-inspired white bean, chickpea, and kale soup. This soup is so delicious. It features Canadian milk, and so we know that that's going to be quality. It's also going to provide us with protein, calcium, vitamin D, and calcium, vitamin D are two nutrients that we know more Canadians need. And so what we do is we start off just by sauteing some butter. We add in some garlic until it's soft. And then we're just going to add in some thyme, a bay leaf, as well as some low sodium broth, and just simmer that. Add in some canned chickpeas, canned white beans as well. And we're just going to let that simmer. Then what we do is we stir some flour into some milk. And this is going to give it that creamy, delicious texture and a real creamy taste as well. We're using frozen kale here, as well as some fresh parsley to just brighten up the flavors a little bit. Then you can just top it off with some sun-dried tomatoes, whatever Canadian cheese you prefer, a little bit of lemon, maybe some chili flakes, and you've got this delicious bowl of soup that's satisfying from the protein from the milk and cheese and the fiber from the kale and the canned beans. It's totally delicious and really satisfying meal.
That looks amazing on a rainy day like today. And I see you have a flatbread or something in front of you. Are you going to build a pizza or a flatbread?
Yeah, so what goes better with soup than a flatbread? Here I've got actually a flatbread that I've made with Canadian flour. So it's half whole wheat flour and half all-purpose enriched flour. And that's made with Canadian wheat. So again, we know that we're going to get vitamins and minerals that are good for our health. This flatbread, Kelly, doesn't need any kneading. It's made in like 5 minutes. It's got 5 ingredients. And you can have it as is if you'd like. You can get the recipe for this as well as for the soup at cdneggday.ca. So you can have this as it is, or I'm going to show you how to make a delicious salad top flatbread. So we're just going to take some hummus here, spread it onto our flatbread. And you could do this with hummus, or you could do it with ricotta cheese if you like as well. We're going to spread that on, and then I'm just topping it with some greens. I've got some local arugula sprouts here that I'm just going to top that off with. Some red pepper for a little bit of color and crunch. And this is a local Ontario greenhouse grown pepper. And then a little bit of Canadian feta sprinkled on the top as well. And this flavor combo just goes perfectly with the flatbread, delicious with the soup as well. A little squeeze of lemon, and you have a fantastic flatbread and a soup. Put those ingredients together into a basket with the accompaniments that people can make their own meal in a jiffy. And what a delicious way to celebrate Canada's Agriculture Day.
So Shannon, is the idea to build this basket for someone, like to build like some meals or ingredients and throw it in a basket and deliver it to someone you love or care about?
Absolutely. So the idea is to do just that. So you make the soup ahead of time, you make the flatbread ahead of time, and then you add in the other ingredients like your cheese or your leafy greens, your hummus, with the flatbread, and then you deliver that to somebody who might need a little bit of connection right now, because really food is our love language, and it is really like delivering a warm hug to somebody, and it gives a hug to the farmers as well. So it's a win-win situation.
What a beautiful way to say I love you or I'm thinking about you, and a great way to support Canadian farmers too. Thank you so much, Shannon. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Kelly.